Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Montrose Meteors basketball. And joining us right now is the head coach for the boys team, Shawn Madden. Shawn, let's talk about this year's team. Last year, you come off a 13-11 record, but the expectations grow a little bit here for 2013-14.
Absolutely. We have 4 returning starters on the floor. We have a lot of experience coming off the bench for us on the varsity team. We have a new sophomore point guard that's going to be running the show for us this year. I'm very, very excited about the team I have this year.
Well, you got a little bit of height as well, which always helps. Coach, tell us about a big guy you got in the center.
Yeah, we have Cameron Dean's back. He was our big guy in the middle last year. He grew about maybe another inch this year. He's looking about 6'7". We have coming off the bench, we have another 6'6" kid in Frank Fruhan. We have his brother, who's about 6'5". He's a junior. We have Brent Warner in the middle. He's just our junkyard dog. He just takes care of all the garbage. He's pushing about 6'3". But I mean, besides that, we're going to pound the post until the team stop us.
Well, Montrose Meteors basketball this year, again, looking like a good outlet with some of the height that you have and some of the play that you have. And I like the theme there for the junkyard dog and Brent Warner. Tell us about having a guy like that, because sometimes it becomes contagious with other players.
It is. Just in practice, I mean, he just bullies people around, and he works the post. He never stops, and it's a good thing for our team, because it carries over to every single player on the team, that if you have the same mentality that it doesn't stop from practice, that carries over to the game, that whenever a shot goes up, hey, I'm getting the rebound no matter who's there.
Well, tell us about the Fruin brothers, Frank and Jack, and the type of basketball players they are. And it's always neat to have brothers play on a team, because there's something about that family bond that they bring to it, and that competitiveness as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're both fantastic players for us. Jack's still getting underneath his feet. He grew very fast, so he's still coming into his body. Frank, same exact thing, but big contributors this year to our team. They're both going to see very good amounts of playing time. They're both going to score for us. I run my team around the post right now, and they're going to touch the ball probably every single time down the court. And with them feeding off each other, hey, you know what? The rivalry between the junior, senior, it'll be interesting to see who wants it more.
Shawn Madden here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Shawn, you're a young guy. Tell us about your basketball history and some of the coaches that you played for, your philosophies, and what it's like for you now at Montrose.
Well, I played all my basketball years at St. Mary's Mount Carmel School. I won a state championship under Bobby Marzolino. So I know what it takes, the determination, the drive, just to get to the big game. Then I went on to Bishop O'Hara, played for Al Calais, who is also a fantastic coach, led his team to the state finals again last year. So I know, coaching experience-wise, playing-wise, I know what it takes. So me as a young guy, I'm trying to translate this over to my players to show them and prove to them and tell them what it takes to become the best. If you're just a mediocre player in practice, you're going to play mediocre in the game. If you play 110% in practice, you're going to play 120% in the game. I just want that mentality to where we're going to have it all night long, no matter what. If it's practice, if it's the game. We have a motto at Montrose, one team, one dream, and we always say that championships are won when the stands are empty, not when the stands are full. So also related to practice. Practice is our biggest thing right now.
When it all shakes out, when the district playoffs come around, that's a long ways away. You would think during the season people may forget about who Montrose is, but I think there's some teams up in the northern tier area, so to speak. Elk Lake, I think, will be a pretty feisty basketball team this year, and I think your team as well. Tell us about some of those teams that could fly under the radar, so to speak, and then when it comes down to it, we'll see who's standing at the end.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Mike Luttrell's got a good team up there at Forest City. You know, you got a new coach, Spencer Lunkin, at Mountain View. You got a new coach at Trail. Blue Ridge has a new coach as well. Then it comes down to us in Elk Lake. John Winero, he does a fantastic job with Elk Lake, and it's always a battle between us. I'm telling you, you want to see the the good old Bishop O'Hara, Hannah games, the O'Hara, Dunmore games, you haven't seen anything until you've seen the Elk Lake Montrose games. It is absolutely 110% crazy. The kids up their game until another level, and it's just amazing to see. And it's a great competition game, and it's going to be interesting for our district this year.
Well, it's going to be an interesting Double-A race. I think basketball in northeastern Pennsylvania, I keep saying it over and over, but I think it's a great year for basketball, whether it's girls or guys in northeastern Pennsylvania this year. I think some teams have an opportunity to go very far into the state playoffs, and Double-A may be no different, that we have a feisty team or two coming out of Double-A and possibly could make a run. And Shawn, you have one of those teams that seems like, you got some height, you got some guys that are go after it and go up for the rebounds and make some plays defensively as well for you, that you guys could make a mark in the conference. How about exhibition-wise over the next couple of weeks? Any big games coming up for Montrose?
Absolutely. We have we go to Towanda on Thursday, and then we come with a big game on Saturday against Scranton at Prep, and then we finish off on Monday against Riverside. So, hey, 3 top-quality teams, hopefully 3 top-quality wins for us to get us moving into our holiday tournament, where we do face Elk Lake in our first game in the holiday tournament. So maybe we'll be on a little momentum there and hopefully get a W in the championship game.
Well, again, 13-11 last year for the 2012 Montrose Meteors, but expectations are high, and Shawn Madden, he puts it all on himself and his players, and these guys are working hard all summer long, and all offseason they're ready to go. I think we'll see what they're all about this coming year. Shawn, thank you so much for taking some time out and joining us.
Thanks a lot, John.
That's Shawn Madden here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.